delicious confection will crumble in the second game. This is Cloud Kingdom, once again in the lower left-hand corner of the map. LGIM.Seed and his opponent, Samsung.RorO. A really nice game one.
Yeah, nice game one.
Seed
for RorO. Not getting to that late game stage. I wouldn't say that he's necessarily aiming for it, but he has shown to be one of the most comfortable with the late game situations in PvZ. RorO seems strong all throughout. I mean, he's got really good mechanics. He has really good mechanics, really good multi-pronged harassment, aggression, micro, prioritization. And prioritization, with that I mean, what does he take out when he has a chance to take something out? And that comes from knowledge. And he's displaying everything. He definitely has what it takes, even maybe to make a really good run for the top position in this tournament. He may be in the lower bracket, but if he can keep reproducing this type of play against Protosses, where he shuts down, even taking a little bit of damage, but he shuts down the main plans of the Protoss, he could be very successful in this tournament.
RorO and Creator were my personal favorites.
They're your picks, even though they are in the lower bracket?
Yep. Well, I mean, no, they were the picks in the beginning. Obviously, it's now impossible for them. Yeah.
All right. Once again, with that spawning pool into hatchery, we see the Nexus first into a forge in the main base again. And I like that opening by Seed. He just needed maybe a second observer. Keep one with the prism to kill tumors and one more to go over the bases. And he would have to do the timings in a way that it would work out to scout something like that in time.
Oh, man. Alright, so nothing incredible happening quite yet. Just having the cannon added on over at Seed's natural.
Yep.
Alright, so you did this. Imagine you're in Seed's position. You do a tricky Stalker Warp Prism play, you get ahead, and then you lose in crushing defeat.
I would just say, oh, that was a stupid mistake. Okay. Like, I'm just gonna do whatever plan I had, which I wanted to do on this map. No phasing at all. No phasing needed. So it really depends. I don't think he's gonna do the same style. It's very unusual for GSL level caliber Protosses to do the same style twice in a row against Zerg. Zergs can do that. Because Zerg will mostly be reacting due to the fact that they have 3 bases and the Protoss has 2, and the Protoss has to try and do something about it. So Zerg, it's very usual for them to open up the same, but to react according to the situation. RorO's reaction, it was beautiful last game. Getting that Spire to shut down the Prism play, as well as taking an advantage in the engagement. Nothing else would have been as good for RorO as the Mutalisk that he made. He was able to get the most with it, and able to get the most momentum and the most incentive and initiative. This is what I really mean, on his own side.
No, well, he took the initiative, right? Like, as soon as he saw, well, I know what you're not going to have.
Yeah,
exactly. And it happened to work out just beautifully for him. Though, whoa, are we going to see any of those workers? Have we seen anything good?
Really bad
and
for
Seed is opening up with a Stargate out here. Now, will the Lings get out there and end up seeing it?
I feel like they're gonna walk past this cliff and see it. It's the only place you can safely make the Stargate. When normally you'd like to make it here, but because RorO sees it isn't here, and he knows it's the time to make a tech building already, I feel like he's gonna run past this cliff now, because he knows the only pylons is this one and this one. That's the only pylons right now on the field. So it would be a mistake not to check by this. And if a Stargate gets scouted early, Zerg will usually throw up 1 Spore Crawler in every base, and you don't get as much advantage.
Wow, even gets another probe.
Now the question is, will he still get all the way to the top with that link?
I don't know. No, there's no way.
So that is a good thing for Seed. He does lose a probe.
Oh! Okay. Wow. I was like, wait, he is just letting it move.
It looks like Seed might be doing a little bit something like what Creator's build is sometimes on this map. Low sentry count, 3 base, Phoenix harassment.
4 or 5 Phoenix, and then you follow. Do you get 1 Void Ray, or you just stick with
Creator gets it with the Void Ray, but that's actually bad. I think. Yeah, I think it's bad. I think he does it maybe because it's getting against roaches, but in my opinion, Void Ray. Okay, I shouldn't say it's bad. Like, it's possible, it's viable, but it's a more old style than pure Phoenixes, and it has some advantages, but I feel personally it has more disadvantages.
The disadvantages outweigh it. Sure.
Of course, Creator's really good. He probably does watch other people's replays. He does see that most people are only making Phoenixes, and there is an advantage of Void Ray, which is that if you do get Ling Roach Rushed, Void Ray will have much more utility than Phoenixes. So I shouldn't be too quick to say it's bad. It's just a bit more old style. However, the style of play kind of stays the same, whether you get like 6 Phoenix or 1 Void Ray and 4 Phoenix. But anyway, it doesn't matter because that's actually not what Seed is doing. Creator doesn't get that fast of a robo base, so this is going to be a super fast
we're only going to see Phoenix.
This might be like Phoenixes. Phoenixes usually get used for macro type of play with 3 base.
Right.
It might be that he's going to go Phoenix, do whatever damage he can, and then do a 2 base Colossus all in. Just like he planned last game, but this time he's going to have Phoenixes, so that something like Mutalisk wouldn't do as much damage against him.
Do you need the 4th Phoenix to kill it? Okay, it's just 3?
I mean, sorry, I mean, yes, you need 4 Phoenixes, exactly.
I wasn't sure if you needed 4 attacking on that, but okay, that's cool. So this is the perfect number, what you're seeing right now. If you want to kill Queens in 1 Graviton Beam, you need 4 Phoenixes.
Yeah, and he already killed 2 Queens. He's going to kill 1 Overlord and then go for the Queen in the main base, maybe. 2 Overlords. And gonna go for a 3rd. Very big kill count piling up here for Seed. Hasn't lost any Phoenixes yet. Killing 4 Overlords. There's the 6th Phoenix. He even made a 7th one. Total losses are already 750 for RorO, who is right now on 1 Queen and is supply blocked.
Wow. He is able to kill so many drones. Aspire is now starting. In response, I do not think that was what RorO wanted to do.
Well, yeah, probably, like you said, it's once again a response, but the fact that he also has an infestation pit with pathogen glands suggests to me that he's gonna get maybe 3 Corruptors and for the rest Infestors.
Okay.
It could also be Muralist plus Infestor.
Oh wow, all of the Overlords dying are really hurting Seed.
I think he knows about this Overseer. He's trying to find it, but that Overseer...
he's not staying active enough. Whoa, his Spidey sense only using 1 Phoenix to get in there and chase it down. The most efficient man alive.
Alright, so we have a little bit of an oversaturation here on probes. Just 1 probe. And in the main base we have 1 extra. So a total of 55 probes. And more gateways coming up, going up for a total of 6.
Oh, okay. You were counting the gas... gas probes in the main as well, or in the natural, excuse me.
No.
Because otherwise he has 24, right? That's like a lot extra.
Yeah, 1 extra over the absolute maximum saturation. Oh, now he's killing some Infestors with the Phoenixes.
But they'd be so much better in the main, Grubby.
What?
So anyway, over here we have, will any of the Phoenixes go down? A couple of them make it out in the red. The Fungal Growth landed beautifully there. He just wasn't able to completely capitalize.
Yeah, no, you're right. It would be better if
like 4 of them were
4 or so more in the main, exactly. Now, Seed is playing so much stuff off of. Oh, what's happening?
Oh, it's no worries. It'll be back in just a moment. So Seed, as he moves out here and takes the 3rd. Whoa, RorO's making an interesting choice out here. He goes out and expands his 4th down into the lower right-hand corner of the map. A sneaky expansion.
Yeah, sneaky expansion indeed, and the units he has chosen to go with are going to be Corruptors and Infestors, so that is a good mix to deal with Phoenixes. It's a good mix to deal with Colossi, which I think he already probably knows about, or at least very heavily suspects it.
And the Greater Spire has already begun for RorO. Starting at what, 12:30 or so?
Whoa.
Pretty quick Greater Spire.
Such a quick Greater Spire.
And he's taking a 4th.
Gonna finish in 80 seconds.
Yeah, a little after 14 minutes. He'll be at like 14 minutes, 20-ish seconds.
So he'll have Broodlords at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that is usually
well, if he's got, does he have any Corruptors out there yet?
Yeah.
When would he have to?
He already has 7 Corruptors.
Okay, he's got. Yeah.
All right. So what does Seed know here? Yeah, he knows about 3 bases, but usually Zerg is not content to stay on 3. So if he scouts out this and he sees such a late 4th, maybe he should realize there's already a 4th somewhere else.
But if that 4th finishes building before he's able to see how long it's existed, whoa, he does just barely get in. Does see the hive? Did he see the Greater Spot? Yeah, okay.
He sure did.
Cool.
And will he throw up a fleet beacon immediately? Or will he try to hit a timing before?
Why is Fleet Beacon the automatic response?
It depends, right? It doesn't have to be. Fleet Beacon isn't necessarily a counter to Hive Tech from Zerg, but it's something you really would like to have in order to be able to get that mothership.
Okay.
The thing is, the
of how
way that
important
Protoss
Vortex
decides, I mean, it's very important. Even Cloak can help. The way that Protoss decides whether or not they're going to make a Fleet Beacon a mothership is, do they think they can make a timing before Broodlords are out, or even if Broodlords are out, can they make it work? That is the decision. If they decide they can't, they're going to go for the mothership.
How do you tell how far, like if you're scouting that Greater Spire, you just have to see how like developed the building looks, right? There's no progression bar that you can see as an enemy, so you don't know whether it's at 90% or 10%.
Yeah, that's true. So it's just a bit of an estimate or a guesstimate.
Oh wow, lots of Lings running in here into the third. Now his SimCity is working out pretty nicely. Lots of the Lings have been distracted by the photon cannons, but there is a large push onto the fourth. The army is not there to clean up at the third. So RorO going in with those small attacks and doing a great job. Now look at all of those Broodlords. Seed has got to be surprised to already see this many Broodlords in play. We're not even to 16 minutes yet, and he's already got over 8 Broodlords up here at the third.
Yeah, this is just looking atrocious for Seed. He invested heavily in a ground-beating army. Immortals, Zealots with charge, Archons, Colossi, but the Broodlord is the real threat here, and there's just not enough Stalkers. There's no third attack upgrade. He's losing his entire third base. He's lost so much mining. He has so few probes left, only 46, and Seed is on 96 supply against RorO. He got absolutely crushed here. RorO outclassed Seed by so much. It's kind of sick. He just played a lot better than Seed, no doubt about it at all.
Oh, wow. So